Good morning, Sunday morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my fellow Americans, and everyone else. This is going to be a relatively quick video, and I'm just going to do a rundown of a couple of topics. I don't particularly have much of an outline. This is really going to be stream of consciousness, so I'm going to try to keep it short. I'm going to try to hit 5 or 6 different things if I can remember them as I get to them. I hope that makes sense to you. It's been about 2 weeks since I put up my last video. That particular weekend, I had 5 or 6 videos recorded. The audio came out. There was something wrong with it, okay? It sounded like, bad Terminator mixed with Cylon voice audio. I'm not 100% sure exactly what happened there. I've done a couple of mic tests this morning, and everything seems to be okay. So we're going to hope that this video goes through just fine. I don't have the kind of time that I would like to devote to these topics at the moment. If you want to see me get deeper into them, put something in the comments section. If there's something that you guys want me to talk about, if there's something that you want me to explore, if there's something that you want me to look up, put it in the comments section. I don't know what you want me to talk about unless you tell me. Okay, I do appreciate feedback. One of the things I am going to get to this morning is comments and responses, but it's specifically related to a certain thing. So I'll get to that as I get to it, if I get to it. The first thing I want to handle is CRT. We know what that is, critical race theory, or critical race applied principles, critical race praxis as being taught in American schools. I ran into this crap when I was in college, okay? That was 2011, 2012 through 2014, and it was garbage then, it's garbage now. It's racism presenting itself as academia. That's all it is. Now, I could go deeper into that. It's ahistorical, it's based in Marxism, it's based in critical theory, it's based in critical legal theory. You can run down the historical timeline of all this stuff. It goes back to the Frankfurt School, which traces its roots back to Marx and Lenin and, all that bullshit. The concept of cultural Marxism, listen, the people that push this shit, they kick terms around like a fucking football. They play sophist games. They like to use semantic arguments. Oh, that's your definition for that term? Well, that's not exactly what we're talking about, so we're going to throw it out because they like to change their definitions at the drop of a fucking hat. Okay? One day black is white, the next day white is black. That's how they operate so that they can keep operating with impunity. These people are fucking liars. They are dishonest, and they're, for lack of a better term, garbage humans, okay? When your content is absolutely focused on the concept of race and it is discriminatory in nature based upon race, you're a fucking racist, okay? It's that simple. Calling yourself an anti-racist and then saying, well, I'm not talking about critical race theory, I'm just an anti-racist, and your answer to past racist discrimination is continued racist discrimination, you can dress it up with the concept of reverse racism if you like. You can try to change the definition of racism in an academic setting if you like. It doesn't change the fact. It doesn't change the nature of who you are and what you're doing. It's fucking racist. Okay? It's that fucking simple. And if you have a hard time wrapping your head around it, I'm sorry, but that's on you. Okay? I've seen a whole bunch of bullshit. Well, teaching about the Tuskegee Airmen, but not teaching about the Tuskegee experiments. Get fucked. Get fucked. That's all I have to say for that level of argument. It's not even an argument. Okay? It's just as dishonest as saying, we're not teaching that X race is bad with a book that depicts X race. as the devil, it's fucking dishonest, okay? It's racism. All right. It's racism grounded in Marxist theory. And if you think critical theory and critical legal theory weren't Marxist in nature, you've been fucking lied to. All right. It's that fucking simple. Moving quickly on, another topic having to do with education. What's going on with teachers wanting to have kids back in the classroom so that they can have them off of Zoom so they can keep parents from being able to see what they're teaching the kids? Because you know that's what that's about, right? There's a huge push right now to have all of the children back in the classroom away from Zoom so that the parents cannot see what the teachers are teaching them. Well, as it turns out, we got a whole bunch of teachers not only teaching children how to be racist, but also being fucking groomers. I'm going to make this real simple. If you don't know what that means, go look it up. Okay. I'm going to further simplify it. Groomers get the chipper too. And everybody goes in feet first as far as I'm fucking concerned. Okay. Now that doesn't mean I'm going to be going out and partaking in this kind of thing because The Purge is a fictional movie, not real life. However, if you're a school teacher teaching 6, 7, 8-year-old kids certain things, you should probably be investigated by the FBI, and it should probably be a quick 2-step process straight to fucking prison at best for you, because that's probably what you deserve because you're a fucking groomer. How about that? This kind of stuff gets me pretty fucking heated, okay? But it's very simple to understand, and if you have any kind of problem with it at all, please put your feelings down in the comments section. Let me hear how teaching small children self-gratification in a school and trying to keep that information away from their parents, please try to explain to me how that's appropriate. You can't, but go ahead and try if you think you can. Okay, I'll probably just wind up calling you out for being a groomer too. Probably got super excited about certain movies that have come out lately that are, well, I'll say within the past few years, that are questionable at best, and the people that made those movies should probably be in jail. And I think we all know what I'm talking about, especially if I bring up the name Netflix. Moving swiftly along once again, like I said, I was going to get around to comments. If I'm presenting an argument that's based in what could broadly be concerned with common knowledge and generally considered common knowledge by a very large number of people, such as a 30-year-long issue like gun control and gun control advocates and the kinds of things that they advocate for. And you want to come at me with either provide your evidence or it doesn't exist and you just made this up, pulled it out of your backside, when I've given you specific names of specific individuals who have been pushing this crap for up to 30 years. Only one of a couple of things could be going on here. Now, these things aren't necessarily mutually exclusive. You might be both ignorant and arguing in bad faith. But more than likely, either you haven't bothered to look it up on your own, or you're biased enough that you have bothered to look it up on your own, and you're not going to accept anything that doesn't confirm your biases, at which point you're engaging in pigeon on a chessboard behavior, and I'm not going to indulge it. Why would I go out of my way and waste my time to present you with sources that you've probably already seen and rejected out of hand because they don't confirm your vile biases? Why would I do that? I'm not going to waste my time with you. Okay? Now, when it comes down to it at the end of the day, The anti-gun lobbies in the United States have been pushing to restrict our rights. They have been pushing to remove guns from civilian hands, and they will not be happy until literally all of the guns go bye-bye, even out of the hands of police. Now, some of them, most of them are politicians, by the way, or very, very rich people who kind of have some skin in the game and want to be able to keep their private security. They don't want guns out of the hands of police. They don't want guns out of the hands of the military. They don't want guns out of the hands of their private security details, and they want to be able to keep their own. That's the last thing. But they definitely don't want me to have one. They definitely don't want my neighbor down the street to have one, and they definitely don't want you to have one either. Why? Because we're not them. We're not special. It's a big fucking club, and we're not in it. And only the people that are in the club are approved of by the club, because those people protect the club, should be allowed to have the weapons with which to do so. That kind of elitist behavior really fucking pisses me off. And to pretend that these people haven't been showing their true colors and saying these things openly for up to 30 fucking years in some cases is goddamn dishonest. If you honestly think that they haven't been, either you haven't looked or you're an idiot. It's that fucking simple. If you have looked and you're well aware that they've been saying this shit, you're well aware that they've been pushing these agendas, and you're well aware that not only are they saying, yes, Mr. and Mrs. America, if I had the votes, I'd say turn them all in. Thank you, Dianne Feinstein. I'm sure I butchered the quote. But if you're aware that they've said that, and then you're going to turn around and look at me and say, no, they wouldn't go there. They've never gone there. That's not a thing. Okay, fine. You're not ignorant. You're just a fucking liar. All right? And I'm not going to engage with that. Why would I? Why would I waste my fucking time? So let's get on to the last topic here, because I'm on a roll. We're still under 15 minutes, and I'm hoping I can wrap this up within that time frame. Facebook. Fuck Facebook. I'm actually about to delete my goddamn Facebook. I'm probably going to stay up on Messenger. It's been a debate for some time as to whether or not I was going to delete my Facebook account. I basically use it for posting jokes and funny shit and keeping up with a couple of friends and family members, and using it as basically a free marketing, if you can call it that, platform for my video content, which is available on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube, as long as I don't have upload problems, processing limbo problems, and nobody decides to knock down one of my videos for any reason. At the moment, I haven't had those issues other than with BitChute. For some weird reason, I get a lot of videos stuck in processing limbo there. Sometimes I can fix it. I can re-upload the video and there's no problem. Other times it doesn't matter how many times I re-upload the video. It just never gets fully processed and never gets published. I don't know why that is, and I'm not really going to worry about it too much. If this video gets knocked down off of YouTube, you can find it on Rumble or BitChute, hopefully. All of my content so far has been available on Rumble. The problem is with the way that I upload it, you only get so much access. You basically either have to have a subscription to the channel to get notified of new content. You have to search for the channel specifically, Jack Rose Show, on Rumble, or you have to have a direct link, which I typically provide on Facebook. Now, Facebook's been playing some funny games for the last couple of weekends. They are basically logging me out when I use the wrong little emoji reaction on posts. It's not so bad with comments, though it does happen with comments, but mostly it's with posts. If I like the wrong post when I'm supposed to give it an angry face, according to some Facebook algorithm somewhere, it will immediately log me out and tell me that I'm not allowed to use reactions for a temporary period of time that is never defined. And of course, I disagree with their decision literally every single time, but it's rather annoying because my natural reactions to certain things, well, they're my natural reactions to certain things. Some things I find funny, some things I like, some things I love. And if you have a problem with, the concept of a guy such as the Hacksaw Ridge Post, going out and saving troopers and, defying orders and all that kind of stuff, I can't see any reason that you would have a problem with that particular post or me giving that little particular post a heart react, other than, well, orders are orders and people should just die because orders are orders. That's some goddamn Soviet fucking thinking and some goddamn Chi-Com commie fucking thinking and some goddamn hateful Nazi bastard thinking. And I'm not a fucking fan of any of that bullshit. And if that's the way you feel, well, we're probably not going to be friends, because I'm not a fan of authoritarians who think that people should die just because orders are orders. I am a veteran. I've seen orders that I disagreed with and followed anyway because they were lawful orders and I didn't particularly have a moral objection to them. I just thought they were relatively stupid. Sometimes you have to deal with that, okay? But even the UCMJ has provisions in it that actually require an enlisted soldier to defy unlawful orders at certain points. That's something that you should be aware of. So orders are orders. Right. No. That's not a game that we should ever play here in the United States of America. I don't think that fits well with, American values. Now, granted, I know that a lot of people consider the concept of American values both quaint and traditionalistic and outdated and all kinds of other things. And you know what? I really don't care what those people think because they're insane anyway. They tend to believe all kinds of crazy shit, like teachers should be allowed to groom school children. They tend to believe all kinds of crazy shit, like teachers should be allowed to teach school children how to be racist. They tend to believe crazy shit like the school children are the teacher's kids when the teachers say, my kids. Guess what, teacher? Unless your actual kid is in that class, they're not your fucking kids. They do belong to their parents, despite what that crazy bitch had to say on MSNBC nearly a decade ago. This whole concept of, they don't really belong to their parents, they're my kids, get fucked. You don't belong being a teacher. Find a new profession. You should be fired. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a little thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy it, give it a little thumbs down. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Either way, let me know why down in the comments section below. And if there's something specific you'd ever like me to talk about, put that in the comments section too. Share it with your friends, share it with your family, even if you just want to make fun of me. I don't give a shit. You're not going to hurt my fucking feelings. That's about all I got to say about just about everything I wanted to talk about today. Oh, yeah, and by the way, having Joe Biden as president is officially elder abuse as far as I'm fucking concerned. He needs to be 25th, and his wife needs to not be the next Eleanor Roosevelt. How about that? Or was it Edith Wilson? I don't fucking remember right this second, and I don't really give a shit. One way or another, I'm not planning on doing any other videos today. If something comes up, something comes up. But I've got some other shit that I'd rather take care of, even though I actually do enjoy this, because it helps me get this stuff off my chest so I don't have to have these conversations with people who really don't want to have these conversations in real life. They're tough for them, and, well, it's difficult for them to not get blackpilled by everything that's going on. So until we all go up in a big old nuclear fireball, or until next weekend, whichever happens first, have a good one.